Hey, so I live in a community filled with expats, English speaking expats, and we live in a country that is not an English speaking country. So there's a small community where we kind of know each other or know of each other, and there are three Telegram groups for this community, and it's the exact same people. The reason for the three groups is to separate the announcements. And a lot of people violate the rules of these groups by posting the exact same thing across all three groups, even if that announcement is pertinent to only one of the three groups. So recently there's been this big hoopla because of the people who post across all three groups. And I remember at first kind of rolling my eyes when there was a lot of like, oh, you're supposed to post in only one group, you know? But as I started to really look at the messages and really become a part of this community, I started to feel like these posting across all three groups people are very parasitical because there are boundaries to the groups. Each group has a setup, and whether or not you agree with the setup, that is the setup of the groups. And it is from either the person who created the group and the moderators and admins who are maintaining the group. And as long as there are three separate groups, the idea is that whatever your thing is, you post in the one group that pertains to your thing. Rarely does your thing pertain to two groups, and it never pertains to all three groups. So each group has a boundary, and there are people who repeatedly violate the boundaries of these groups. And what ends up happening is if you're a member of any of these groups, you get your energy stolen from you. So do you want to see the exact same post three different times when one is sufficient, you know? And what I think is interesting is looking at the people's reactions to, well, why can't I post in all three groups and stuff? Why are you posting three different times? If you really know that the same people are seeing your post, why are you posting three separate times? Do you not believe that your thing will be successful? Like whether you're holding a workshop and you want everyone to hear about your workshop, or you're selling a bracelet, do you think no one's going to buy your bracelet? Do you think more people will buy your bracelet if you spam the groups? And so what's interesting to me is this kind of like underlying shadow question, not of like, do you understand the rules of the group or not? But more like, what motivates you to do something against the rules of the group to begin with? Like, what gain do you think you're going to have? Meaning also, like, what do you think you're fighting against? Like, are you fighting against a reality of yours where you don't win unless you take advantage of things? So to me, it's kind of like the person who lives on the edge where they might, let's say, follow the letter of the law, but not the spirit of the law kind of thing. This kind of person. And here you're not following the letter of the law nor the spirit of the law. You're not following anything. You're just doing whatever you need to do to get by, it feels like. And so there's this kind of like, I can't survive. I need to violate the rules of the group thing, where these groups have like 500 members. So 500 people, you're taking their attention in the day. Everyone only has so much attention in a day, and you're taking 500 people's attention again and again and again for a damn bracelet. This is a parasite. This is an energy parasite. So it doesn't matter about the groups and the setup and if you like it or you don't like it. This person in real life is untrustworthy, and I probably do not want to interact with them for any reason, because just being near them, they're probably going to steal energy from you. Like, I used to live in New York City, and sometimes someone sitting next to you on the subway, they're not interacting with you, they're not doing anything, but their energy itself just like sucks your energy, and you're just really exhausted. You can just feel your energy points leaving you and going towards that person. Some people are just like that. And a lot of these strangers I've sat next to on the subway, I never interacted with them. There was nothing personal at all. It was just, you could say it was their aura. I would say that the people who violate the rules of these groups on Telegram probably have the same thing if you are physically near them. But with Telegram, who you are is extended. And this is really interesting because I can maybe manage to avoid being near this person in real life. But as long as I agree to be a member of the group, the boundaries of the group then become extended, right? Like to my boundaries become the boundaries of the group. And so if someone's violating the boundaries of the group, they're violating my boundaries. Isn't this interesting? So this is like a cost and a benefit to being a member of society. So if you cheer for a football team, the cost is your football team can lose and you can feel like you lost. Nothing happened to you. An external professional football team that has nothing to do with you lost a game in a made-up league, in a made-up season that has everything to do with business and nothing to do with some sort of platonic ideal of football. But you feel like you lost because you extended your identity to encompass this group, right? That's a lot, or like a negative to cheering for a football team, but a positive is you can also win. So when this football team wins, that means you won. And to me, I've had to really think about the benefits of being in these groups. Like, what benefit am I receiving when it's at the risk of a bunch of parasites picking on everyone's skin? So I think this is an interesting real life topic. It can seem a little bit funny at first, or like almost trivial, but I think it has some like deep-seated repercussions for why a parasite might be a parasite, because they don't trust that they're going to get enough out of life by doing the right thing. And doing the right thing is respecting other people's boundaries. So they think that they can only win in life by disrespecting other people's boundaries. Isn't that interesting? The other thing is a parasite's energy might just steal from you if you're physically near them. But if you're extending your identity to encompass other things like a Telegram group or a football team, then the Telegram group or the football team and how it fares will affect you. And it will take or give you energy accordingly. All right, that's it for today. Bye.